Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of my YouTube channel. So this week I wanted to give a little briefer about the Dayton market, what's going on right now with the economy relative to the real estate market. Right now, we're slowly seeing a transition to it being more of a buyer's market, and that is because of just the overall slowdown in activity. Interest rates are high, so that is pricing some folks out of the market. Rates are in the 7 to 8, which, that's not terribly high normally for interest rates on a mortgage, but relatively speaking to what we're used to for the past few years, it's higher. So we're seeing a lot of sticker shock with people right now. A lot of folks who maybe got in on a good rate with their home, they're kind of staying where they are right now. So as I've been saying, we're seeing reduced inventory, and we're also seeing homes that are going on the market stay on the market longer because there's been less activity, just less people, more people being priced out of the market. So there's been less bidding, less activity for those homes that are available. So you're starting to see sellers having to come down in price now because homes are staying on the market longer than they were even just a year ago. You're seeing a significant shift in that regard. So you're seeing sellers have to offer more concessions and have to work with the buyers more. Whereas in the past, you were seeing buyers having a lot of competition with these homes, and they really didn't have an advantage there, and the sellers were the ones holding all the cards. Well, that's kind of switched now. Sellers are trying to find buyers now, so they are having to make some more concessions. So if you can swallow the rates, and if you do need to buy, it's a better time to buy now than it was, in spite of the rates being worse. What I mean by that is that you have a better shot at getting the home that you like with the reduced competition. And as for sellers, homes are still selling. It's not one of those periods where homes are just sitting forever. They're just not moving at the pace they once were. It's one of those things where the more ready your house is, the more move-in ready it is, the nicer it is, the more ready it is for this next purchaser, the faster it'll go. The homes that need a little bit more work, they're not going like they used to. Those homes are sitting a little bit longer. And you might see a price reduction on those homes as well, or having to offer some concessions as well to the buyer that does eventually come along. So things are slowing down. It's kind of returning to normal, I believe. I think that this transitioning into a buyer's market will change some things and kind of make it a more stabilized real estate market. Of course, we want to get inflation down. We want to get those interest rates back down. But relatively speaking, these rates are not bad historically speaking, just not what we're used to in this market or for certain home buyers. But overall, I think the market is starting to settle a little bit. We'll see what happens in the next year or two. Inflation is still high, so I don't see interest rates coming down anytime soon. Maybe not till next year sometime, but there's no guarantee there. We'll have to see what happens with interest and that sort of thing. But for now, I would say it's not a horrible time to buy if you can manage the rates. You can always refinance down the road. Rates are going to go up and down, so you can always take advantage when those rates get to a good one for you. And if you plan on staying in that home for a while, you can refinance. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about your real estate needs over the next couple months and going into next year, what you might want to do. Here in Dayton, I think that it's starting to stabilize, and I think that's advantageous to both buyers and sellers. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you next week. Take care.